Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
February 9th, 1936, talk number 156. Devotee asked, is solitude helpful for practice? That is, spiritual practice? Maharshi, what do you mean by solitude? Devotee, to keep away from others. Then the Maharshi replied, why should it be done? It is actuated only by fear. Even in solitude, there is the fear of intrusion by others and of solitude being spoiled. Moreover, how are thoughts to be erased in solitude? Should it not be done in the present environment? Devotee, but the mind is distracted now. Maharshi replied, why do you let go the mind? Solitude amounts to making the mind still. This can be done in a crowd too. Solitude cannot efface one's thoughts. Practice does. The same practice can be made here too. Talk number 157. A devotee asked, in the quest of I, the seeker is at a certain stage directed to keep the mind in a negative attitude for grace to enter. How can a negative yield positive result? Maharshi replied, the self is always there, not to be newly got. Devotee, I mean to ask, what has been done in the negative attitude to deserve the grace? Maharshi, are you asking this question without grace? Grace is in the beginning, middle, and end. Grace is the self. Because of the false identification of the self with the body, the Guru is considered to be with body. But from the Guru's outlook, the Guru is only the self. The self is only. He tells that the self alone is. Is not then the self your Guru? Where else will grace come from? It is from the self alone. Manifestation of the self is a manifestation of grace and vice versa. All these doubts arise because of the wrong outlook and consequent expectation of things external to oneself. Nothing is external to the self. Devotee, all our questions are from our standpoint and Sri Bhagavan's replies are from his standpoint. The questions are not only answered but are also undermined. February 11th, 1936, talk number 158. Mr. Friedman asked, Janaka was a jnani and still he ruled his dominions. Does not action require activity of the mind? What is the rationale of the workings of a jnani's mind? Maharshi replied, you say Janaka was a jnani and yet active, etc. Does Janaka ask that question? The question is in your mind only. The jnani is not aware of anything besides the self. He has no doubts of this kind. Devotee, probably it is like a dream. Just as we speak of our dreams, so they think of their actions. Maharshi, even the dream, etc. is in your mind. This explanation too is in your mind only. Devotee, yes, I see. All is Ramana Maya, made up of the self. Maharshi, if so, there will be no duality and no talk. Devotee, a man on realizing the self can help the world more effectively. Is it not so? Maharshi, if the world be apart from the self. February 12th, 1936, talk number 159. Mr. Cohen desired to know if trance is a sine qua non for self-realization. Maharshi said, you are always in the self, now in trance, in deep sleep, and in realization. If you lose hold of the self and identify yourself with the body or the mind, these states appear to overtake you and it also looks like a blank in the trance, etc., whereas you are the self and ever present. Devotee. Sri Aurobindo says that the light which resides in the head must be brought down to the heart below. Maharshi, is not the self already in the heart? How can the all-pervading self be taken from one place to another? Devotee, is a karma yogi or a bhakta too subject to trance? Maharshi, when you concentrate on one point, you merge in it, and this merging is called trance. The other features disappear and the self alone remains over. The karmi or bhakta also must experience the same. Talk number 160. Devotee. What is Hridaya and what the Spurana therein? How do they appear? Maharshi. The Hridaya and Spurana are the same as the self. The Spurana requires a basis for its manifestation. This is explained in the book Vichara Sangraham, Self-Inquiry. Devotee. How does the Spurana appear? As light, movement, or what? Maharshi. How can it be described in words? It includes all the three. It is the self. Fix your attention on it and do not let go the idea of its ultimate character.